How's it going, everyone? Today we're talking sorcery, art, and the Spring Sorcery Social. Joining me today is the king of the realm himself, Tony Szczudlo. Tony, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Josh?
Pretty good. Thank you so much for taking your time to chat with me today. Can you give us a quick introduction about how you got into art and how it's a part of your life?
Oh, I don't think that could be a quick. Oh man. So anyway, I saw a painting by Rembrandt. I told the story before. When I was 13 years old, I saw it in the book. It was just a self portrait, and I told myself that I wanted to paint. And it just went from there. I just painted and painted, drew and drew, and all the way through. Then I finally went to art school in '85. Um, then I was hired by FASA, then TSR, then Magic, then now Sorcery. Here we are. That's
So,
a 25-year career.
I was just gonna say, so what does that accumulate to? That's quite the career. Um, what would you say inspired your style of art? Is it an inspired situation, or is it more of something tells a story behind each piece that you do?
Each piece that I do has a story behind it. There's something that that I put in there that tells a story. Certain kind. If you can pick out the Easter eggs that are in there and certain things I throw in little things, it's part of the story. And you know, being an illustrator, that's what you do. You're illustrating characters in a story or whatever. So my stuff tells a story,
Good, good.
and uh,
And I
my
think, sorry, I think everyone knows the king of the realm is kind of based loosely around yourself, correct or no?
well, it's not based loosely. It's spot on, man. But that was like kind of my homage to Rembrandt. I wanted to paint a self portrait and do it kind of like he might have painted it or something. But I kind of failed miserably. But it that the King of the Realm card is it's made its own splash. They turned it. It's a monster of its own now.
I was
So
gonna say it's pretty successful amongst the community. We love the art on that card, and we think it's pretty iconic in the alpha set itself.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got into art young. You had some formal training. How did you get into like the card games? Did it begin with Wizards, or was it something else?
No, I began with Wizards.
Okay.
They moved TSR out to Seattle. They gave all the artists that were TSR artists. They gave us like magic cards to do. So that was on our schedule. So we did that, and that's how I got into it.
Nice.
That was Harry Potter. I just Harry Potter, and that was it. The last magic card I did was 2005.
Wow, that's wow, a while ago.
Don't need them.
And comparing working for Wizards to working with Eric's Curiosa, obviously the sorcery team has a lot of focus on supporting the artists and bringing the art to the forefront of the product. How do you enjoy working with Eric's team? Is it good? Do you like the direction it goes in?
Yeah, he's like probably my favorite art director of all time. He just gives you a little push, and then he lets you do whatever you want with it. Like the Death Speaker one was just he told me, give me an evil wizard in the woods, and that's what I came up with. I don't know the way I painted it and stuff. It was at first it was called Necromancer, then
Right.
it went. So I don't know why it got changed, but I think sometimes the art influences that. Once he gets the art, he might like just tweak what the mechanics of the card does or something. I don't know how that works. To tell you the truth, but
Yeah. No. No. It makes sense. So they just give you just a tidbit and you work with that. I like the freedom it gives you. It gives you a chance to kind of express yourself still, right? And then kind of
it
come up
gives
with
you
a final product. Yeah.
a lot of freedom. It's I just wish I knew, like when we do the cards, if we knew what the mechanics of the card is going to be. So I would like to incorporate that into my illustration. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
You can see it with stuff like Brian's Pudge Butcher, right? Like the hook mechanic. He's got the big hook on the big fat thing in the picture, right? So
Uh-huh.
the mechanic played a big part in how that card worked and how it looks, right?
Yeah.
So being a part of Alpha, obviously you got quite a few pieces in that set. Were you excited to work on the new set Artherion Legends?
Oh yeah.
Were
Yeah. Um, all the stuff that I've done, um, I enjoy doing. I think I had one card that I thought was a flop, but it was an Arthurian. But I also did the Holy Grail when we did the Alpha cards.
yeah,
I did the Holy Grail and Armageddon that got moved to different sets. So Holy Grail got moved to Arthurian, and Armageddon got moved to whatever the next set is.
nice, nice. So are you able to tell us how many pieces made it into Arthurian that you've done?
I've done for Arthurian
Yeah.
about 10.
Oh, really? Nice. That's exciting because obviously we're big fans of your work.
Around 10. I could be wrong though, but either 10 or 9, something like that.
Yeah, and Arthurian Legends is a cool theme of a set. Did you have any particular attachments to it, or did that help with your creative process when designing the cards?
Yeah, yeah. That Arthurian legend, that's like right up my proverbial alley, man. All that stuff, and but I didn't get too many cards that were like, I don't know, they were weird cards, but I had fun doing them.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I'm not an artist. I don't get to do anything like this, but it's got to be kind of cool seeing your work and then it becoming such a used playing piece out there in the world, right? Like, do you find it? Did you collect your own cards when they came out for Alpha, or is it cool seeing other people use your work in games?
It was, I haven't seen this game being played yet, so I don't see like where my cards would come into play. But um, I was in the Mall of America, and they had Wizards actually had a store in there, and I just took a walk in there, and I was walking around, and I was going up from behind these people, going, "That's my card. That's my card. That's my," and they're like, "Who is this guy?" So I told them, "Hey, I painted that stuff. Get out of here!" And I had to pull my license out to prove it and stuff, and then I was in there signing cards for like about 40 minutes.
That's awesome.
Something you accomplished in your life, you know what I mean? So it's it's the it's the best gratitude you can get.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to feel very very rewarding, right?
Exactly. I love that shit, man. I thrive off of it.
Well, I mean, as long as sorcery keeps going the way it's going, it's bound to happen again. Maybe not a sorcery store in the Mall of America, but people might figure out who you are and recognize you and get some signatures.
Yeah, well, as long as I can still sign my name, I will do it.
Yeah. Are we able to ask how your hands are doing?
Um, you see that?
Oof.
It's this is my right hand. That's the stitches from and I got the same thing on the left hand. They're still numb, you know. I'm slowly getting my motor skills back a little bit. Um, I can twist bottle caps back on bottles now. I couldn't do that before.
That's good progress. It's good progress.
It would just spin and fall on the floor. Um, Fumbling with keys to come in the house. I can do that now, where I can get the right key without dropping the keychain like 5 times.
Yikes.
Uh, there's like some little subtle things that I noticed that I can do that I wasn't able to do before the surgery. But as far as my artwork goes and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of like slow going. I just but I want to push it. I try to push it. I'm working on 2 drawings. Um, I put like a lot of detail in them.
Hmm.
So I get that little, you know, the way I hold the pencil and I can twist it in my fingers and stuff. Um, so it's kind of like therapy.
Yeah.
But I'm also working on Eric sketches for the next set too. So a lot of work.
Well, I'm glad to hear it was worth it because I know that must have been a big decision, right? Getting that done on both your hands, not just one, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if it was worth it or not yet, Josh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
my fingers are still completely numb, and the doctor told me that give it 6 to 8 months. If your feeling doesn't come back in your fingers, it's not coming back.
Yeah.
So that's a big window.
It is a big window. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, if it helps you continue your work, I mean, that's great for you and great for everyone, the community as well. So speaking of other sets, other themes, is there a theme in particular that you would like to dive into, like for upcoming sets for the game or any kind of work?
I don't know, whatever Eric gives me. I don't. It's not like we can pick or choose. I
Yeah.
would like to. I would like to do some more creatures. Maybe some more creatures and some females. I haven't painted any females yet. Maybe in there, but whatever he gives me, I enjoy painting it. I enjoy turning it into an epic piece when it doesn't really have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Cram so much shit in these cars. It's pathetic. But
Yeah.
it's good. As far as the next set after Artherion, when that comes out, I don't know how many cards are in it or not, and who's to say what's going to happen after that. But as long as Sorcery is around, hopefully I got work to do. So
Absolutely. Great to see that you guys have some sort of um, reliable job, reliable source of work, I guess is what I was trying to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, steady income or whatever. It's just like it's a job.
Yeah. And so it's not a woman per se, but I was looking through some of your other works on the internet. Um, will we ever see the Raven licensed for sorcery? Has that ever came up, that piece?
The Raven, that's supposedly copyrighted by TSR, but they never printed it. So um, I've done 3 different versions of the Raven. The one for it was supposed to be for the second release of Birthright. That's the one everybody probably sees. And then I did one for a gaming book cover called Dark Walkers, and it was just my spin-off of the original Raven, but his armor was like a little bit more, pumped up and stuff. It was a little bit more nice looking or whatever, how you want to say it.
Yeah.
And the third version was the Black Knight in Artherion, and he's back to way back.
And has the Black Knight been spoiled yet? Have you seen that or no?
No,
Oh, that's exciting. Obviously, you don't got anything to share with us tonight because
I got it in the basement.
what a tease.
I got the White Knight. Both are in the basement.
Oh man, that's gonna be great. I can't wait to see those.
White funny is the White Knight. I did. Um, it's they're just sitting on horses, okay, and there's a huge landscape behind both of them. But the White Knight, I when I got done painting the horse, I looked at it and go, you know what? It looks like a jacked up My Little Pony. And when you see it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It looks like a jacked up My Little Pony. Funny as hell.
And that's the final cut. That's coming out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, as far as events go, obviously the Spring Social's coming up, and Ron's got you involved with that. In the past, have you done anything similar to that? Any Magic events or gatherings?
Oh well, I just did GaryCon.
Oh,
It
okay.
was there for that, and sometimes I'll hit up Gamehole Con in Madison. But this year, at the end of the year, like in September, I'm going to Italy for a Magic the Gathering event called Four Seasons.
Nice.
And then I'll be staying there for another 10 days because then I'll have a teaching event in Florence. So I'm going to do some traveling, going to Baltimore in June, and life is good right now.
Yeah,
So I can get these hands to start working.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm rooting for you. I'm excited about Baltimore though because a lot of people are going to be there. A few more artists. Do you know what we can expect from you at that event? Are you doing anything as a part of the program? Are you just there to shake some hands and do some signatures, or what can you say your role is going to be in Baltimore?
I'm going to be an entertainer.
Hell yeah!
Entertain. No, I talked to Ron, and he's got me hooked up with. I got a Q&A. He also said something that they're going to be practicing and teaching people how to play the game. There's the tables like pretty much right next to where the artists sit.
Hmm.
So I told him, I go, I'd like to learn how to play this game. He goes, oh well, we can put you over there and tell everybody you're over there trying to learn too. So I don't know what's going to happen. I got hopefully they do a Q&A with the whole panel of artists. Those are fun, and that's it, man. I don't know what else he has in store for me.
I think that would be a huge miss if there's no panel with all the artists. That'd be friggin' awesome. Everyone up there Q&A and just firing off, right?
They have throwing F bombs left and right.
Oh yeah. So if you're interested to play in the game, that just makes me curious. Have you played other collectible card games in the past? Is there a little bit of history there or no?
Played one game in my life, man. I didn't. Even, I just did the artwork. I just. I would have liked to learn how to play. But it's just. I don't know. Just never happened.
Yeah,
But now with the sorcery game, I would really like to put my best foot forward to try to learn how to play this game.
yeah,
It'll help me with my artwork and for future sets.
yeah. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. Even if it's your first game, I think this is a good icebreaker for you.
Hope so. And then everybody's gonna be there. We'll have prints, and I'm sure we'll be signing a ton of cards. I might even have some proof cards done for it. Um, I'm working on a painting for Ron for it,
Nice.
based off of Death Speaker. Um, so yeah, it should be interesting, man.
That's gonna be great. Do you know if there's gonna be any reveals for Artherion Legends for you while we're there?
Well, maybe by that time, maybe Eric will just like pull back the reins and he'll let us do that.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if I don't understand why he wouldn't allow it. It's supposed to come out in October, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So this is June. What the hell? You know what I mean?
yeah.
In a couple more months, I don't know. But I understand where he's coming from with that kind of stuff. So you
That's
just want it going on, and um, you know how fast they can get across the internet in a day. So um, that's
yeah.
cool with me. I got the stuff locked in the flat file, so
Sounds
not
good.
flat file.
Yeah. Just a couple more personal questions for you before we head off. Do you have a favorite card or a favorite art piece from the alpha set? It doesn't have to be you, it could be anyone.
Oh, it could be anyone. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a harder choice there, man. Um, there is cards that other people have done that I think are just amazing. But I'm just gonna tell you my favorite card of my own,
Sure.
and it would probably be either tossed up between Outback Strider and Major Explosion.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not gonna say King of the Realm.
Is there any interesting story behind either of those pieces? I know you were saying earlier that usually inspires the idea behind it.
No, those pieces, no. Those two pieces I picked it up. But if I would have said Undine, that's my daughter. That's in the water, her face in the water for the Undine one.
All right.
It has a little meaning, but other than that, no. Our um, Midland Army, I threw Reapers in there and stuff and had all this kind of crazy shit going on. The more I can play around, the better. Let's put it, the bigger the sandbox, the better I play.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, Tony. Well, I appreciate your time. I know it hasn't been too long. Very excited to see you in Baltimore. I'm really looking forward to that. I know you're going to be joining Mike in a few days on the weekend for another live stream, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, awesome. Sunday. So yeah, if you guys still want to see more Tony, be sure to tune into Mike's stream. And again, thank you.
More just yeah.
And again, thank you for your time, Tony. I really appreciate it. I don't do a lot of interviews, so it was a learning experience for me, and it's going to go a long way.
All right, no problem, Josh. I'm glad we finally hooked up, dude.
Yeah, me too. I'll be sure to bring you your crown in Baltimore when we get there.
Crown from Canada. That's awesome, man. You know, they didn't sell crown overseas, man. Like in when I was in Iceland, Canary Islands, or Sweden,
Yeah.
no crown royal, man.
I'm gonna bring it from the source, right from the source.
Wait. All right, boss. Have a
Awesome.
good out. See ya.
Take care, Tony. And before you go, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to get your tickets for the Spring Social. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind event. Artists on scene, people learning, people playing. It's going to be a blast, and you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. So please check out the link in the description below. Get your tickets, and we will see you in Baltimore. Take care.